Welcome back to part 2 of Great Epic History's Guide to the first 44 presidents of the United States. We continue our journey with the 23rd president. Benjamin Harrison, grandson of William Henry Harrison, led a presidency marked by record federal spending during peacetime, exceeding $1 billion for the first time. He also supported legislation aimed at promoting fairer competition in business. Grover Cleveland, his second term was dominated by economic crisis. Offering limited federal relief, he deployed troops to suppress a strike led by the American Railway Union. William McKinley sharply increased import tariffs to protect American industries and led the nation into war with Spain over Cuba's independence. The conflict resulted in U.S. control of the Philippines, Guam, and Puerto Rico. Early in his second term, he was assassinated by anarchist Leo Zalgas. Theodore Roosevelt, becoming president at just 42, he remains the youngest to hold the office. Energetic and reform-minded, he broke up monopolies, expanded American influence abroad, ensured completion of the Panama Canal, protected natural lands, and even won a Nobel Peace Prize for mediating peace between Russia and Japan. William Howard Taft, a respected judge but less comfortable in politics, he achieved meaningful reforms yet alienated progressive Republicans, including Theodore Roosevelt. Roosevelt's breakaway Bull Moose Party split the Republican vote and helped Democrats win the 1912 election. Taft later became Chief Justice of the United States. Woodrow Wilson, a former political science professor and the first Southern president since the Civil War. He enacted progressive domestic reforms and, after repeated German provocations, led America into World War I. His plan for a new international order, centered on the League of Nations, was rejected by the Republican Senate. Warren G. Harding aimed to reverse wartime policies of Wilson. After his sudden death, scandals involving corruption and personal misconduct badly damaged his reputation. Calvin Coolidge, raised by a village storekeeper, he was known for his quiet personality and conservative values. He strongly favored limited government and minimal federal intervention. Herbert Hoover, a successful engineer, humanitarian, and former Secretary of Commerce. His presidency was overshadowed by the Great Depression. Major public works programs attempted to revive the economy but had limited success. Franklin D. Roosevelt, a distant cousin of Theodore Roosevelt and diagnosed with polio at 39. His sweeping economic programs helped pull America from the Great Depression and improved federal policies toward Native Americans. Elected an unprecedented 4 times, he led the nation through most of World War II, dying shortly before Germany's surrender. Harry S. Truman, seeking to end the Pacific War quickly, he authorized the use of atomic bombs on Japan. Domestically, he supported welfare expansion, employment reforms, and civil rights, while internationally leading the Western Alliance at the start of the Cold War against the Soviet Union. Dwight D. Eisenhower, the supreme Allied commander in Europe during World War II, he was urged by both parties to run for office. The first president limited to 2 terms by constitutional amendment, he pursued containment of the Soviet Union and oversaw major economic growth, including the creation of the U.S. interstate highway system. John F. Kennedy, the first Catholic president and the youngest elected to the office. He inspired national optimism, advanced civil rights efforts, and guided the nation through the Cuban Missile Crisis, narrowly avoiding nuclear war. He was assassinated in Dallas by Lee Harvey Oswald. Lyndon B. Johnson launched sweeping programs to combat poverty and racial inequality. However, social unrest and riots reflected growing frustration. Abroad, he significantly expanded U.S. involvement in Vietnam. Richard Nixon reduced tensions with the Soviet Union and China and began withdrawing troops from Vietnam. He became the first U.S. president to resign, stepping down amid the Watergate scandal. Gerald Ford pardoned Nixon and faced economic challenges including inflation and recession, while continuing diplomatic détente with the Soviet Union. Jimmy Carter confronted energy shortages, inflation, and unemployment. He emphasized human rights, helped broker peace between Egypt and Israel, and negotiated the transfer of the Panama Canal to Panama. However, the Iran hostage crisis severely damaged his popularity. Ronald Reagan, a former Hollywood actor and the oldest elected president at the time. His tax cuts and market-focused policies were credited with economic revival. He intensified the Cold War arms race, labeled the Soviet Union an evil empire, and supported anti-communist movements worldwide. George H.W. Bush, a World War II naval aviator and former CIA director. He guided America through the collapse of the Soviet Union and led the coalition that expelled Iraqi forces from Kuwait in the First Gulf War. Bill Clinton presided over economic growth, low unemployment, and declining crime. He became the second president to be impeached following the Monica Lewinsky scandal, but was acquitted by the Senate. George W. Bush, son of George H. W. Bush. His presidency was defined by the September 11th attacks and the subsequent War on Terror, leading to prolonged military operations in Iraq and Afghanistan. Barack Obama, the first African-American president. He introduced economic stimulus measures after the financial crisis and enacted the Affordable Care Act to expand health insurance access. U.S. forces remained active in Iraq and Afghanistan, confronting the emerging threat of ISIS.